Hey everybody, so I made a video recently, you might have seen it, where I made a parody of the first gay hug video that went viral based off of the first kiss video that also went viral and blah 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 blah. So I made a parody of that, and because I watched the first gay hug video, maybe you've seen that video, maybe you've seen my video, whatever. If you haven't, you should before you watch this or anything else. Both of mine and the original one are linked in the description below, so go check that out. But anyway, so I made a parody of that because I watched the first gay hug video, the original one, and they called it an experiment, getting 15 homophobic people and 50 gay people together, and they interact in a room and they hug, and oh, it's beautiful and everything like that. But I thought it was a ripoff. I thought it was not real. No way, no how. And it started with one woman. One woman who, when the gay woman introduced herself to her, she made the sign of the cross and turned away and kind of like nervously laughed. I'm like, no, 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 no. That was just so over the top. There's no freaking way that was legitimate. There's no way that this is a real experiment. They're faking everyone out just to gain a profit, get views, more exposure. It's a good tactic. Really, it is. Preying on the lowest common denominator, the people who believe everything they hear or read on the internet. There's a lot of them out there. So I made my own video ripping that apart, and I ripped apart the first actress there and everything like that, and I said this is, and I explained, you're going to have to watch it, I'm not going over the whole thing, but I explained how it was dishonest and how and why it shouldn't get all the respect it has been getting. But so I was recently contacted by the actress who played the crazy freak of a mother there who brought her kid, and she's a crazy homophobic woman. And she contacted me, and she was actually pleased with my video because guess what? It was, in fact, acting. So what the creators of the original first gay hug video did is they listed all of the people, which you can look up. They're all actors. Most of them have IMDb profiles. And they listed them there in their description so anybody could look them up. And everyone else pretty much hugged and blah, 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 blah. But this one woman, for whatever reason, didn't hug the lesbian. She just did the sign of the cross and was just very put off. She was a very hateful homophobic person, you could tell. So looking her up and harassing her for the millions of people that saw the video wasn't a very hard thing to do. So what do you do after a while when you've just been getting harassed? You do what anybody does. You kind of come forward and say, yeah, all right, I was acting. It wasn't a real role. The jig is up, whatever. But she doesn't really have a platform to clear her name, clear the air, and do what she needs to do and say what she needs to say. So I decided, after she got in contact with me, to let her have my channel to kind of sort things out a bit. So here is April Lee. She's a very, very, very genuine person. Very kind, very nice, and very funny. And here she is. I'll hand it over to her now.
Hi Rob and Rob Peeps. Some of you may know me as April Lee. Rob and I were recently brought together because somebody sent me a link of his parody of First Gay Hugs, which incidentally made me almost pee myself just a little bit until his face and his overly thought out facial hair came on and started ranting for 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, at least I know how to flip my camera before I film something, so there is a plus.
Albeit valid. So Rob and I have been talking about my recent appearance in a video in which I was asked to hug a lesbian, and apparently don't. I cannot and will not attest to the authenticity of the other segments of that video, but I will say that there were no scripts, correct, and that I was playing a character based on what I have seen, sadly, but a character nonetheless. So, shockingly, I have not much enjoyed being judged and criticized for being someone I'm actually not. It's hard enough justifying who I actually am. But I've been also told that I should keep mum and that I should just let this all pass. Some people have even told me that what's happening to me is appreciated because it is for a good cause. So here's the thing. I don't think that the debate about the authenticity of the piece helped in a meaningful way. You have a lot of people who actually are willing to completely dismiss the message behind the video on the basis that it doesn't look real. It shouldn't have to be real. Luckily, there have been people who've watched the video who clearly state that it doesn't matter whether or not the video was a real experiment or not, because you should look at the underlying message. Thank you, people, for existing. For me, right now, it comes down to this. My daughter is now being approached at school when I'm not there. Luckily, she was not ever meant to look like a complete douchebag in the original video. So she isn't being flamed, but people want to talk to her about her horrible mom. And when she says, my mom was pretending to be a mean person, they say, well, that's not what the video says. Because if you look at the cast list, it's not April Lee as homophobic mom, or a randomly genuflecting woman, or even the fake name I had made up for myself. So, valid question, why did I bring my daughter on board to begin with? Well, first of all, she's been with me on camera before, and she wanted to be doing what Mommy was doing and being with Mommy. Number two, I wanted to instill in my daughter a healthy sense of social activism. She was seeing her mom proud to be part of a movement for which she has long been advocating, in fact, over 2 decades. And it occurred to me that if I do agree to shut up, what I am teaching her is that it is perfectly okay for her to be sacrificed by supporters of the same cause for that cause. Hell no. You can teach your own children that. My child, not going to be a victim. So a few people have warned me that speaking out may have ramifications on any fledgling acting career I might be seeking. No offense, but doing right by my daughter trumps all of that. And frankly, if you go by the comments, I won't be getting any roles because I suck as an actress. If you're out, rock on. If you're scared of coming out, scared of who you are, being who you are, I want to tell you this. There are those of us who are straight who think that there's nothing wrong with you. You are beautiful just the way you are, and you deserve to live without fear or shame. There are also people of many religious faiths, and I've met some, I know they exist out there, who agree. And if they don't, some of them are also willing to live by their own tenets, not to judge. There will always be ignorant people out there. You need to seek and surround yourself with people who are more concerned with helping you be the best person you can be and less about stifling who you are.
So April has made it very clear that you can tweet her. April, what are you doing? Anyway, you can tweet her at April V. Lee or April the Lee. I don't know. I like how it rhymes. So April V. Lee. You can tweet her your support, your comments, your questions, your concerns, any of that. I'll put that in the description below as well as the original videos, the first gay hug video and my parody of that. And you can go watch those if you have a few minutes and enjoy. So I guess how I might end this video is just always be cautious of anybody, even if they claim to support you, because you might be the one thrown under the bus. So, do the right thing. It's too bad more people don't do that, especially when people have a position where they make a viral video and they're a respected content creator on YouTube. It's a shame when they don't do the right thing. So, thank you to April. Please, I ask that you pass this along. If you see somebody sharing the original first gay hug video, maybe you can kind of clear the air, say, hey, the woman in the beginning wasn't actually whatever. I don't care. You don't have to do that. Again, why expect people to do the right thing? It takes work, and it's not as easy, and a lot of the time it's not as rewarding. So have fun, enjoy, and I will see you when I see you.